Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to oh my goodness, what is happening right now? Good morning to you. I don't know what's happening. Welcome. I know what's happening. Okay, so we're off to an interesting start this morning. I had on my YouTube channel in the background to make sure it was working, and I kicked in. So you can watch me on my YouTube channel. Just look for Jumpstart for Change, and I would really love if you would subscribe and ring the bell for notifications because I don't have a lot of followers on there, and I would love for you to be one of the people that is following me. Plus, you will get notified the next time I'm going live. But of course, if you need to know when I'm going live, it's Monday through Friday on YouTube and Facebook right here on Jumpstart for Change. And you could probably find me on my personal profile too on Facebook. So welcome. My name is Patricia Ribeiro Wolfson. I'm an intuitive coach and an energy healer, a mom of 3 boys, and oh my goodness, some days life is insane. I have to say though, successful mommy moment today, I got everyone out of the house, no problem. Okay, my husband's home, so he kind of helped today because he's off on Tuesdays, but still, we succeeded, and that is a win. So, thank you so much for being here this morning. Say hello if you're watching, say hello if you're on the replay. I love to see people watching the show because it lets me know I'm not just doing this for myself, although I'm really doing this for myself so that I can start getting into a routine, but we'll talk more about that soon enough. Okay, so let's, just so you know a little bit more about me, if you're new to me, I said my name, Patricia Ribeiro Wolfson, intuitive coach. I'm also the host of a show called Soul Seekers TV, which I do with Linda Cross Barnett, who she has a show coming up called Tuned In right after me at 10:30 on Compass Productions. So check her out. She's awesome, and we will be bringing Soul Seekers back soon, but we will keep you posted on when that happens. And I just wanted to let you know that my real passion is to help people sort of release those old patterns through coaching and energy work. And really, I just want to help you calibrate your energy so that together we can work towards personal and professional success. Because isn't that what we want? But success is how you define it, right? Personal and professional success. What does that look like to you? You need to ask yourself, what does my look like when I feel like I've accomplished something? And it doesn't have to be monetary accomplishments. I personally like to focus more on emotional and spiritual accomplishments. And the reason that I do that is because when your energy is aligned, when you are feeling emotionally enriched, right? When you're feeling spiritually enriched and emotionally sort of, I'm going to say stable, but I kind of hesitate to use that word because what I mean is when you have sort of the command of your emotions. And I don't mean controlling your emotions. What I mean is when you're able to embrace your emotions, allow them to exist, sit in the ones that don't feel good, and just allow them to release and flow naturally. When you have command of that type of, emotional maturity, when you have that emotional maturity, which we all kind of to work on together, um, then that's success, right? When things happen and it doesn't ruin your entire day, when you have a little hiccup, a hitch, or a challenge, and your whole day doesn't fall apart or you don't completely fall apart. Not to say that you can't fall apart, and you will, watch me, and I am one of those people who definitely focuses on you being you. Okay. I'm always going to encourage you to embrace and accept whatever you're going through at whatever time. Your energy needs to be witnessed. Your energy, and what I mean by that is your emotions need to be witnessed. Your feelings need to be witnessed and validated. And it has to begin with you. We can't look to others to validate our emotions. We can't look to others to, give us our purpose, our meaning, and, sort of to set the tone for the day, right? If someone says something or does something to you, you can't allow it to ruin your day. You cannot give them that power. That's something I tell my children all the time. Do not give anyone your power, the power to control how you feel, the power to control how you are, the power to control your essence, right? And yes, somebody says something or does something, you can be upset, angry, whatever it is that you're feeling, and you can absolutely take action to rectify the situation, to set boundaries if you need to. All of that is self-care, right? That's what self-care is. What true self-care is you setting the boundaries that you need in order for you to be taken care of, for your energy to be taken care of, right? That's up to us. No one else is going to do that for us, right? When we were little kids, and I'm a mom, so and if you're a parent out there, we kind of set the tone for our children, right? We protect our children. We create the atmosphere for our children to flourish. But once they're on their own, they're responsible for doing that themselves, and we are responsible for doing that for ourselves. So now we need to create the atmosphere where we can flourish and set the boundaries where necessary, right? Like as a parent, if someone says something to my kid and I'm there, I'm going to step in and be like, you can't talk to my kid that way, right? So when someone says something to me that's upsetting, then I need to step up for myself and say, you can't talk to me that way. I won't accept that type of behavior. Here is my boundary, right? So I just want to kind of say that. I feel it's important to say that. I talk a lot about feeling good. I talk a lot about mindfulness. I talk a lot about positivity, and I used to be super, super like toxically positive, I guess. It's not toxically positive because I don't want to have any sort of negative connotation around positivity, but I do understand that that kind of toxic positivity exists where it's like, no matter what, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, right? And it's like that spiritual bypassing. I am not a spiritual bypassing person anymore. I am a recovering spiritual bypasser. And now I know how important it is, well, for many years now, but I recognize how important it is for us to embrace whatever it is that we're going through. So you need to embrace whatever you're going through and also carry yourself through those moments and be responsible for making the choice to embrace and release whatever is happening and then move forward in whatever way you can with what's in your control. Okay, I already got off to the whole talking part. I can't help it. I just kind of go with what comes out of my mouth. But let us begin our ritual or our little routine. So if you're new to the Me First mornings, I like to sort of set the tone for the day. We do a little deep breathing, stretching, set an intention with a prayer, and then I pull a card. And I'm going to pull a card from the Call It Baron Read deck as usual and let us know sort of what the energy of the day is. And then I kind of let you know whatever I'm inspired to tell you. And today we will be talking about tools and the tools that we use. And do we need them? Well, I'm going to be telling you about the tools that I use and how I use them and how they help me. And then you do what you want with that information. Either apply it to yourself. Feel free to share with me whatever tools you're using. Hold on, I can't see the chat. There's the chat. Good morning, Mom. Hi, Linda. Bon dia, Clara. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited you guys are here. Okay, so feel free to say hi. I will say hi to you if I see your name up in the chat. And let's begin. So I'm going to start our session, our little session together with a candle. And this one is a gratitude candle. I mean, not that it matters. You can put whatever candle you want. Just light it. I feel like it's nice to sort of set the intention. So here we go, a little gratitude for me. I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee because my head is starting to hurt and I need some caffeine. What can I tell you? Oh, read it. That's for you. You are amazing. Just so you know, in case you forgot. Okay, and some of the tools you see I'm using here, right? So I light the candle. My coffee is a tool. Could be a tool for you too. All right, so let's take 3 deep breaths. So everything that I do is, I don't want to say it's quick, but I'm a busy mom, so I don't have time to do a 25-minute routine, even though this thing is 30 minutes, so I guess I have time for that. But that's why I'm doing it, because this feels like a mindful, intentional routine, and we're going to do it together. Okay, So 3 deep breaths. And on each breath in, I want you to imagine that your feet are like straw, and you are just pulling up the beautiful healing energy from the earth. And I want you to imagine it just coming up your body. And at the same time, if you can, I want you to sort of open up your crown chakra, right, with like your head. Okay, just open up this. You can think of it however you want, and just imagine light pouring in, right? And then, so the light's going to come pouring in as you breathe in. The earth's healing energy is going to come up, and they're going to kind of meet, and then they're going to dissipate. And that beautiful healing energy and that beautiful healing light from the heavens is going to permeate all of your cells and just go through your whole body and do like a little energetic scrub and remove anything that doesn't belong, right? Just imagine, like, those scrubbing bubbles commercial for the toilets. I want you to imagine that that's what the energy is going to do for you, right? So you're bringing the energy from here and from below, and you just let that beautiful healing energy sort of scrub off any stuck, stagnant energy that doesn't belong, any blockage that may be there energetically. This is the time to release it. And we're going to do it 3 times, okay? And if we do it with real intention and thought, I really believe that that's all you need, okay? So let's do 3 deep breaths. Ready? Hold for 5 seconds. And while you're holding, imagine that beautiful healing light coming from the heavens and that beautiful healing light coming from the earth, and just going through every single cell of your body and cleansing anything that doesn't belong. And exhale. Okay, let's do it one more time. Ready? Breathe in. And release. And just like imagine the release is like literally just taking out anything that doesn't belong. One last time. And release. Okay, now shake it off. Shake it off. Shake it off. Oh, wait, we got to stretch a little bit. I forgot to stretch. Okay, seriously, it's been a while since I've done this. That's what I'm telling you. I need to do this with you guys, because for myself, I don't do it. And that's the truth. I will always tell you the truth of what's going on. And I don't do this on my own very often, but I really appreciate doing it with you. So we're going to do this together and set this beautiful routine together. Okay, so we did a little stretching. Oh my God, I needed the stretch. Stretch your head. Okay, now shake it off. Beautiful. Okay. All right. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to say a little prayer. Okay, say a little prayer for you. Is that like aging me? Yeah, it probably is. But everybody here, I know you know that song. All right. So here's a little prayer that I'm setting the intention for the day for us. You feel free to like jot down your own intention in a journal that you may have, or, just say your own prayer. If you have a specific religious or spiritual affiliation, you have your own prayer, your own intention you want to say, go right ahead. But if you like what I have here, then just feel free to listen and set the intention that it represents what you want to say as well. Okay, so here we go. Oh my goodness, guys. Okay. Sorry. Divine Mother, Infinite Father, Creator, Ascended Masters, Archangels, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, and all beings of 100% pure white light, allow me to be a clear and open channel of your light and love. Without hesitation or ego, may the highest vibration of infinite consciousness connect with my higher self and release any and all things that no longer serve myself, that no longer serve me. I ask that Saint Germain and his infinitely powerful violet flame burn away the things that no longer serve me or humanity and hold us back from our divine existence. Help us to embody our intentions for the day and help us raise the collective vibration for the highest and greatest good of all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So be it, and so it is. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh, I just realized I don't have my headset. Let me know if you guys can't hear me. But if you can, awesome. All right. Bon dia, sound. Good morning to anyone who is just joining us. Okay, so here we are about halfway through, and I'm going to pull a card, and then we're going to talk about tools, okay? So we do need some time to talk about tools, so let me do that. Actually, I'm going to talk about tools while I'm shuffling, because I like to do that anyway. So, tools. Hi, this is one of the tools that I use. So I love oracle cards. I haven't learned tarot yet, or tarot, depending on how you pronounce it. But I do like them, but I don't usually use them. So they are not one of my personal tools, but I love oracle cards. And I find oracle cards and angel cards, anything like that, there's just like a light energy to them. There's like a brightness. It's more encouraging and inspiring. That's my own opinion. You can feel differently if you do. That's okay. But I find that especially if you're new to using divination tools, and there are so many divination tools, like, there's runes, there's, all sorts of stuff. Anyway, if you are new to divination tools, I really find that the oracle cards and angel cards are a great place to start, because you can kind of be a little playful with them. I mean, you can be playful with any divination tools, because don't forget, the divine has a sense of humor. I mean, come on, platypus, really. But actually, the divine, spirit, God, speaks to us through our joy, right? Speaks to us through our joy. Wants us to be happy. Spirit wants us to be happy. God wants happy children, right? Don't we all want happy children? Isn't that what we want for future generations, for them to find connection and happiness? Well, spirit is no different. And so, I find that to have a conversation with spirit, which is often what I do with the cards, giving me an indication of like what I can look forward to or what I need to watch out for in a loving way. That's one of the reasons that I really love to use oracle cards. And of course, I forgot to use, talking about tools today, and I didn't use my favorite tool that I use all the time. And this I use all the time, which is my sacred frankincense. And as I said yesterday, this is an essential oil, which I, use especially when I'm doing Reiki, any healing work. If I'm doing meditation, I have another one that's a meditation blend. That's nice. That I really like. That my meditation blend. It's from a different company. Here it is. It's Organic Infusions right here. I like this company too. Their stuff is really nice. It is not one of the popular brands, doTERRA, Young Living, but I like to use whatever works for me and what I'm introduced to. And so somebody introduced me to this company, and I really like them. Another tool that I use is flower essences. And so hold on, I'm still shuffling. Flower essences. So, basically flower essences are just the essence of the flower. But flowers contain healing medicine, just like anything that the earth gives you, right? Like everything has its own medicine. And with flowers, they have, a whole industry that does flower essences, where they take the essence of the flower and they put it in, like oil or whatever. I don't even know. Anyway, they put it together, so you get the essence and you get the medicine from that flower essence. I use this company I use is Lotus Way, and this is an Infinite Love Aura Mist, and this is how I use it. I literally just here I do like the sign of the cross. That's actually how they tell you to do it, but they don't say it's the sign of the cross. I grew up Catholic. It's like the sign of the cross, which makes sense to me, because it's like this love mist, and it's like, I'm bringing in sort of like, the spirit of, infinite love, which is why it's called Infinite Love, into me. And it's a reminder. And I use that spray every single day. I kind of walk by, I have it in a easy place to find, in my kitchen, and sort of I pass by it. And about 3 times a day, I'll just do a little spray. First of all, it's nice because it smells good. This one is actually roses, which I know it's working, because I used to not be able to handle the smell of roses, okay? And now sort of I started to slowly introduce this into my life, and now I really like it. My mom will be shocked that I use, if you're still here, Mom, isn't that shocking that I can now use like rose spray? It's kind of crazy. And the other ones I use, they have elixirs. This company, as well as any flower essence company, Bach Flower Remedies is another really popular company. And I I use different ones, but I found Lotus Way and I really liked them. And I use like an elixir. So this one's like a black bat, which is a flower elixir. This one is the Sacred Datura. And if you're interested, they often, if you go to the website of any of, the flower essences, really you can look up sort of what you want to support yourself with, right? Whether it's self-love or setting boundaries or, some sort of addiction, whatever it is, like literally it will, there will be a flower essence that can support your healing in that. So I really like to use them. And of course, I was going to say a disclaimer. I don't know if it's really a disclaimer, but I'm going to say this. You don't need any tools, okay? I'm just going to say that right now. I use lots of tools, but you don't need any tools, okay? The tools are support. They are reminders. Can they help? Of course, everything helps, right? Everything helps if you believe that it helps. If you don't believe that it helps, it's a waste of time like anything else. So all of the tools that I use as a support. I use as a reminder. And I only use them regularly when I integrate them into my daily habits. Like I said, with my flower essence, I put it in a place where I'll see it and I walk by and it's in my kitchen and I'll spray it. And it's a reminder for me to be gentle with myself, right? And you can say a little mantra to yourself when you use essential oils or flower essence or anything topical that you might be putting on your body that you use as a tool. You can, say it, or jewelry, like, all of the tools that I use are very intentional, and I also make sure to integrate them because I can't think, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. My brain just doesn't work that way. So I have to work it into my routine. That's one of the things that I really encourage you to do, especially if you're like me and have a lot of things going on, or maybe the way you process information is, like you have a hard time remembering things or keeping track of things, or, you're really good at maintaining sort of like a habit for a little bit and then it goes off, right? If you integrate it into your daily routine and have little reminders in your day to include it, then that's a way to continue that tool, right? And so I'm saying that because also I don't want you to beat yourself up if you start using a tool and then you stop, right? If you need it, if you would like the support, if you think it's something that resonates with you and might help you remind yourself to be a little kinder and gentler with yourself, then that's when you incorporate it. So talking about my jewelry, okay, so this here is malachite. All of my jewelry that I wear is intentional and it's very specific, right? And specific, what I mean is I choose it for a purpose. I mean, sometimes I choose it because it looks good, right? So like this malachite happens to go nicely with this shirt, but malachite is also like a beautiful healing crystal. And so it's very good because it's, a nice deep green. This one sort of helps with the heart. So if you're having a rough time, if you're feeling grief, if you're, feeling like you need to sort of open up that love, whether it's self-love or outside, love to other people, this is a great tool to use. And like I said, it's a reminder. And this one I like because it's so big. It's like this gigantic reminder, like, oh, heal the heart, open the heart, right? Like that's what I use that for. Then I have this ring, which is carnelian, right? And carnelian is connected to really confidence, right? Stepping in to your life confidently. So when I look at this, I'm like, I think of it, carnelian, as courage, right? So when I need courage, when I need to sort of draw from external courage, when I'm feeling a little nervous, I will throw on my carnelian ring. And I know like that is my power. I'm like, I have the power. This only has the power that I give it, right? It only has the power that I've decided it has. So I use this as my reminder. It's like, okay, I've got my carnelian. I'm good to go, right? If I don't have it, things aren't going to fall apart. And it's not like all of a sudden I'm scared to do things. But this is the reminder. I have the power. I have the power, right? I have a beautiful open heart, right? Each one represents that. And my bracelets are the same. I love them. They're fun. They're, kind of glittery. I make them. I did make all of these. There's actually, my friend Sandra gave me this one, and I bought a couple of these, but I do make these bracelets. So if you're interested in a bracelet, feel free to DM me. But I make them with the intention to support me through whatever I need, right? And always when I put these, it is a way for me to remember the light because they're so glittery and shiny. These ones, especially that, are kind of, got a little bling. I like them because they remind me to shine. They remind me to shine my light. And that's a really important reminder. That is, in essence, our only job and responsibility here on this planet is to shine your light. However you can shine it, however you want to shine it. You don't have to do one thing or another specifically. You just need to be you. And whatever makes you feel good, whatever makes you feel connected. That's why Me First Morning exists. It's because I want you to know that you're the boss of your life, right? And you are the one that's going to set the boundaries. You are the one that's responsible for your energy and what you put out into the world. And you also have a say as to what comes into your world. And you have a say through your focus and through your intention, right? Things come our way all the time, and then we have to deal with them. But when you kind of put your right foot forward, set your intention, things go much better because it's like being prepared. It's like, getting enough sleep, drinking enough water, eating supportive, healthy foods, right? All of those things are getting you your baseline, right? It's like a good foundation for you to have a day. So if it goes well or if it goes badly, you can handle it. Because if you don't get enough rest, and if you're not drinking enough water, and if you're tired and cranky, then it's a little harder to deal with the challenges. But if you're taking care of yourself and taking care of your needs, then you are just in a better place to deal with whatever comes your way. I like that thing behind you. I don't know how to spell it. Oh, you mean my beautiful, oh my God, tapestry. I was like, you forgot how to spell it. I forgot how to say it. Son of Jigsaw Gaming. Thank you. It is a tapestry, and I really like it too. So that's why I have it. Okay, so I'm going to pull a card because we're here at the end, or near the end, but I wanted to talk to you about the tools and let you know these are the things that I use. And there's a couple more things I just want to mention. I haven't actually used my crystal spheres, but very often when I do my breathing in the morning, and even on Me First Mornings, I had them here and I forgot to use them today, is I'll grab the crystal spheres and just use them to amplify my energy, right? To amplify my intention, because clear quartz does that. It's an amplifier. And so I use it and I intend that it's going to amplify my energy. So once again, these are reminders. These are like I'm sort of putting out my intentions into the universe. And I do it with these tools because I feel like it helps me. I feel a little bit more confident in my intentions when I have tools to support me. Another thing that I use at home, or I do at home, which is super simple, I have this selenite point, and I have this tourmaline. And so I have tourmaline, which is a protective crystal, and I have 2 of these on either side of my door. And that is so I set the intention, and they're there all the time, so it's not something I need to upkeep. This is so that no negativity enters my home. Now, obviously, there may be negativity that enters my home. My kids can come home, have a bad day, whatever. But it's the intention that matters. So I set the intention that sort of no real bad negativity comes into my home. And then inside the home, I have the selenite, which raises the vibration of the home. And I have one of these in each corner of my house. So literally like the 4 corners of the house, I have a selenite point, and that is meant to raise the vibration. So that, again, is an intentional tool where I say, okay, I want the vibration in the home to be, high, as high as possible. And here is my intention when I set that. And, during the full moons, I will very often cleanse these crystals, even though selenite does not need to be cleansed, but I will do it, once every, 3 months or so. I will cleanse them anyway to just set the intention that any sort of stuck, stagnant energy that's in the home or outside of the home gets cleared and cleansed during that full moon energy. Okay, so I have let me pull the card because this episode is going to probably be a little bit longer than 10:30, but I'm trying my best because I know Linda has her show. Where did I get it from? I got this on Amazon. So if you just look up tapestry I can't remember exactly the company. I've had it a few years, but that's where I got it from. So I hope that answers your question. It is up there. I can't remember specifically which company I got it. Okay, so here we go. Let's pull the card and see what the energy is for the day. And boom, what is this? Okay, number 41, unexpected visitors. So this could mean literal unexpected visitors, but very often what this means is something happening that you're not expecting, right? So it's like, it's what we were talking about. You get your tools in place, you set your foundation in place for you to start your day, with your energy in the right place. You calibrate your energy, right, to whatever frequency is your highest for the day, because it switches, right? Because we are emotional, energetic beings, and the energy can switch, the frequency can switch. So you do what you can to sort of raise your energy as best as you can. And then unexpected visitors represent sort of challenges that may show up for you. So today may be one of those days where kind of things happen that can throw you. But it's up to you to use the tools and strategies that you have in place to bring yourself back to center. So any of the things that we did today, whether it's deep breathing or stretching or, a little intentional prayer, or an essential oil, or using one of those tools, use whatever you have to sort of bring yourself back into the present moment, right? Bring yourself back into the present moment and make a decision that you want to move forward from this, sort of hiccup in your day. Now, as I said earlier, I want you to feel all the emotions you need to feel, right? If it's something that's really throwing you for a loop, allow yourself to feel that. And then release whatever comes with that. And then you can make a decision to move forward and say, okay, here's what's in my control. Here's what I can do about this. Here's what I'm going to do about this. And so you do it. And if you have set up your foundation, right? Obviously sleep, if you haven't gotten the sleep, it's not there. But after that, something like the process that we do together, which is the deep breathing, the intentions, the candle, sort of like setting your frequency. That's something that you can go back to at any time during the day if you need a repeat. And it's a 5-minute thing. Literally sit down, take a few deep breaths. Imagine the earth cleansing whatever it needs to cleanse, release whatever needs to be released, and then move forward from a place of love and compassion. Make your choices from a place of centeredness, keeping yourself in mind and putting that little person inside of you, make them a priority. Be the advocate for the little person inside of you, because that's really what we are navigating every day, is we are navigating the space, the emotional space of the child that exists within us. And we have to be their advocate. And so when something kind of throws you for a loop, it's where you have to step in as the adult, right? And say, okay, first you allow the child to express themselves, right? So that's when we allow ourselves to release any emotions, like yell, scream, talk to somebody, release it, right? And that is you allowing the child in you to have a voice. And then once you've allowed that child in you to speak their mind, to have a voice, to be validated, then the adult part of you takes over and says, okay, I see this is really upsetting you. Now what's going to make you feel better? What is within our control? What can we do from this point forward in order to make things better? Or at least move one step closer to better. It may not get better today. It may not get better tomorrow. I don't know what your particular challenge might be, but just know that you can do one small thing, take one small step to shift in a direction that's going to feel better. And that's what you need to focus on. Okay. I have taken enough of your time today. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for joining me for another Me First Morning. I will be back tomorrow morning. I'm here every Monday through Friday on YouTube or Facebook. Come and check me out. Please subscribe and ring the bell on YouTube, and so you can be notified of any show that's coming up, and share it with your friends if you think it's helpful. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you guys. Have a great day.